Hello and welcome to Om Practice, where you can be at home in class. I'm Dielle, and this is the Intuitive Yoga Lab. The class is Tranquil Yoga Stretch. So to start class this evening, go ahead and take a comfortable seat, either in a chair, if that's more comfortable, or in easy pose, or on your knees is fine as well, whatever is most comfortable for you. I'm going to start class tonight by reading from the Little Manual of Happiness that was written by Vagal. Anytime you truly choose, you can start your life over without permission from any higher authority. You can have just as many new beginnings as you're willing to leave behind all your old ideas and conditionings about the concepts of right and wrong. Life can be as new as you choose it to be. So for the next half hour, let's reset together on this hump day. Let's start class with a little foot love. So if you have socks on, you can keep them on. If you'd like to be barefoot, that's fine too. You're just going to grab one foot at a time in whatever way is comfortable for you. So it might be more comfortable to extend one leg, cross the other leg over your thigh. If you're sitting in a chair, just bring your foot towards you and begin to work with your thumbs on the soles of your feet up the center line, moving outward. You might find some really tender places and want to linger there a little bit. You can also get under and between the toes with the fingers, or the thumbs rather. And then just working down that center line, back and forth. Feel free to do anything that feels nice. So if you want to slightly twist the foot, if you want to work the ankle simply by rotating in one direction and then going the other. Breathing as we go, and using this time to let go of whatever you've experienced so far today that you need to let go of or want to let go of. I've been dealing with computer issues all day, which can be quite a headache. And then let's switch and do the other foot. So just a little treatment for each foot. In this class, it's not so much a workout class as it is a time to relax, to unwind, and to treat yourself really lovingly. Okay, very nice. So, again, just seated in easy pose or on your chair. We'll bring the hands into Gyan Mudra with the index and thumb together, resting the hands on the knee. Just tune into your breath. Notice what moves with the inhalation and what changes with the exhalation. We're turning our attention away from all the external things that are constantly vying for that attention and bringing that attention back inward. As you just breathe with no effort, not trying to change the breath, just noticing. And allowing it to respond. If it responds with a yawn, if it asks you to take a deep breath or hold the breath, you're free to do all of those things. We're going to go through a little exercise called vagal nurturing. So what I'd like you to do is you're going to use your hands and you're going to massage your ears. So start at the top of your ears and then rub along the outer edges down to the lobe. So we'll do that several times, going from the top of the ear down to the bottom. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable and just listen to my words. I'll guide you through this whole process of vagal nurturing. The vagus nerve is one of the longest nerves in the body, and vagus meaning wanderer. It wanders through many of our major organs in the body, and it's responsible for our fight or flight response, or our ability to be relaxed and rest and restore, all of those things. Okay, so now you're going to take your hands, rub them together, and create some heat. You're going to cover your eyes with your hands, creating little pockets so your palms aren't touching your eyes, but all of the tissues of the palm are pressing into the bone all around the eye. So just press lightly. It's not an effortful thing. It's just feeling secure, sending some love and appreciation to your eyes. Resting yourself in that darkness. Breathe and relax. Nice. Now let your hands just drift down to your jaw and hold either side of your cheeks. I like to think of this as the grandma's hug when we were little and grandma used to hug our cheeks, say how cute we were. And there is a communication happening here between the nerves of the hands and fingers and the nerves of the skin and the jaw. Both are communicating with each other. So how you approach this exercise is going to give you a different result. If you can't conjure up that lovingness of the grandmother or some other figure, or just kindness towards yourself, then you won't have the full impact of the exercise, which is to nurture yourself. It's so easy sometimes for us to nurture other people, and not as easy for us to receive or nurture ourselves. Breathe. Good. Slide your hands now down over your heart. Breathe here and allow communication to take place between hand and heart. And let whatever emotions might be there, any state, just allow it, accept it. Be soothed by your own hand. And then we'll let the hands drop now to the solar plexus, right between the belly button and the lower ribs. Notice the shift in energy that might be here and how it feels different to have your hands here versus on your heart or your eyes. I can really feel heat in my hands now. Good. And note that your breath might change now as we get deeper and deeper into the system. You might be feeling more quiet now, more rested, more centered. And finally, allowing the hands to drop to the lower belly, holding them here. There's so much pressure to have a flat, perfect belly. Let your belly be whatever shape, whatever form it wants to be. Let it relax, let it hang, let it be free as you breathe. And hold it with your love, with your loving hand. Okay, good. So just relax and open your eyes if they were closed. We're going to do some breathing right now with some shoulder shrugs. So you're going to bring your shoulders up towards your ears as you breathe in. And then you're going to release with the exhalation. So breathe in nice and deep, lifting the shoulders towards the ears. And exhale, let the shoulders drop away and toward the ground. Good, let's repeat that about 3 more times. So breathing in nice and deep. You can hold at the top if you want to. You don't have to be in pace with me. Just really listen to your body. Honor what it wants. Breathing in again. And out. A couple more times maybe. And one more. Good. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do, we're going to rotate on our pelvis. So you're just bringing the body forward at the waist and then back. Little circles around. Going one direction. Good, and let's switch and go the other way. This is actually an exercise in Kundalini Yoga called Sufi grinds. And just because I may be going at a pace that's faster than yours or slower than yours, it's not important. Go at your pace. And then back to center. Now we'll also do a spinal flex. So for this, you're going to keep your chin parallel to the ground, so your head's not going up and down with the movement. You're just going to bring your chest through and then back. So we're flexing and extending. With the breath. So breathing in as you come forward, arching back as you exhale. So in, out. And again, you can go slower or you can go faster, whatever you prefer. A flexible spine helps keep us more resilient in the nervous system. You might feel some heat rising as you do this. We'll just do it for a little bit longer. Good, and relax. Breathe in nice and deep. Hold for a moment. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to do a sequence of side bends. If you would reach out with your left hand, let your right come reaching up towards the ceiling, and then over. You can use this arm for a little bit of support. If you feel strong enough, then you don't really necessarily need to put any weight on that hand. You might find it more comfortable to look down towards that hand, or even up towards the arm, or straight ahead. Take about 2 to 3 deep breaths here. And then we're going to repeat that to the other side. So reaching up towards the ceiling to open and rest. Okay, good. Just feel that side of the body and any difference between right and left. So now lifting the left arm over the head, reaching up towards the ceiling and then over. 3 deep breaths on this side. Feel free to wiggle around in tiny movements that will help you feel different release points for the muscles. Good, then reaching up to open. We're going to repeat that, but with a little variation. So this time, I'll just show you first, okay? As you reach over, when you come back on an exhalation, you'll exhale and let the arm go. Take your time because there's going to be a lot happening in through here and it's going to feel good. Letting that arm come towards the ground slowly. And then just about when it touches the ground, the head will come up last. Okay, so let's take that. Over. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, let the arm open, the head where it is. If you need to take a breath in between to go a little slower, that's fine. It's more important to go slow. And then the head will come up last. Ah, so nice up there. Okay, let's do the other side. So reaching up and over. Take a deep breath in. And open on the exhale. Slow, 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 slow. Take another breath if you need to. Good, and head will come up flat. Ah, just feel the effects of that. We have one more variation to do. So on this next one, whether you're this time, when you exhale, you're going to allow yourself to fall forward over the legs and then round up through the center. And I'm going to let you do this at your own pace. So you'll go from one side, round down as you exhale, come up with the inhalation. It's almost like a dance, so really feel a connection to all of the movement. Let's do that maybe one or two more times, and we'll meet sitting upright. Nice and tall on your sits bones. Hands in Dielle Mudra. Breathe. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, if you're sitting in a chair, you'll want to open your legs a little out to the side so that you can put your hands on the front of the chair, grabbing hold either with the wrists facing you, or if it's comfortable, with the wrists facing away, pressing on the surface of the chair. If that's uncomfortable, just hold on to the front of the chair. If you're sitting in any way, either on your knees or in easy pose, you can either place your hands flat on the ground in front of you or turn your wrists around so that the wrists are facing away from you, but only if this is comfortable. If your wrists are complaining that it's too much and they're fighting you, then that's not going to help you relax. So you can either pick up the hands and not do it so intensely, or just go back to having the wrists facing you. And I'm just going to do a quick time check here because I've got about 7 minutes left. Okay, so what we're going to do is a few breaths of lion's breath. So for this, you breathe in nice and deep. And this is a cleansing, detoxifying breath. So anything that you're holding, either from your day, from your week, from your month, from your life, that you want to release, now is a great opportunity to do that. So breathing in nice and deep. On the exhale, open the eyes wide and stick the tongue way out. Good. So yes, we all look silly, but that's okay. So breathing in again. Exhale. Good. One more time. Really use this opportunity to release what you don't want to be holding on to anymore. And release your hands and breathe normally. Close your eyes. Okay, we've been sitting for quite a while, so I'm going to invite you now onto your back. So go ahead and lie comfortably. Just to start, have the feet apart, the arms slightly away from the body with palms up. I'll join you. Anything you need to adjust your body to the ground after sitting, you might feel tension through the hips. So feel free to bounce and rock back and forth to kind of reset the pelvis, the hips. And take this time to feel supported by the floor. No longer having to hold yourself up. All of those muscles that normally do that work are now free to unwind and begin the process of letting go. Let's take the left knee in towards the chest, holding on to the shin. And let's have active feet here. So rather than letting your feet be floppy, you'll want to bring your toes back towards the body on both feet and dig into the mat with the extended legs heel. Breathe. Yeah, extending that leg now towards the ceiling. Again, active foot so that the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels are pressing towards the ceiling. You don't need to straighten the leg. It's fine to have it bent. Let's do a few ankle rotations, one way and then the other. And then bringing the knee back towards the chest. And down. Take a moment to feel the difference between the side that's been stretched and the right side. Notice any differences in sensation. And now let's switch. So on an inhalation, bringing the knee in, holding around the shin, and activating the feet. Breathe and allow the back of the lower right soften. and release towards the floor. Extending that leg now towards the ceiling. Again, you don't have to straighten your knee, but do have an active foot pushing through the foot towards the ceiling. And some ankle rotations, one direction. And the other. Bringing that knee back in towards the chest for a final squeeze. And releasing towards the ground. Note any sensations. I'm just going to sit up so I can talk to you, but please stay as you are. So just enjoy any sensations you feel. Breathe and continue to relax and unwind for as long as you want. This concludes Tranquil Yoga Stretch for this week. I hope to see you again here on Om Practice.